Lord, 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 Lord. Let me see something. What? Ooh, I ain't never played with these filters before. Let me see. I like that filter because I need it. Give it to me. I love that filter. Give it to me. I need it. Lord knows I need it because I ain't got it. Give me that filter. Give me that filter. Give me a second, y'all. I got to send for HolyGabbana. His mama is upset about this interview we're about to show y'all tonight. Okay? Very, very upset. So I just hit, what is
What's
going
up, Tasha?
on, HolyGabbana? And I'm just manifesting money, so I got this money little filter.
Yep.
So real quick, can you see me? Okay, real quick. All right,
Nah,
so it's not
straight.
distracting you, is it? Okay, cool, cool. All right, so real quick, we're about to go live at 7:30 on YouTube, and we split the interview that we did with you in two parts because it's 3 hours long. And I wanted people to hear everything that you were saying. So we're doing the first half of the 30 minutes. I mean, not 30 minutes, hour 19 minutes of you talking about your childhood, how you came up, before you created Boot Gang, and creating Boot Gang, a lot of your drug use, and then we stop it at the transition point when I
Right.
ask you what made you transition,
Okay.
what made you change your life, okay? And that's part two. So that'll be next Wednesday, but you don't have to jump on live next Wednesday. But before they watch this interview, which is dynamic, everybody on my app loved it. They loved your energy. They loved everything about you. They did not have anything bad to say. The only two people I heard say something bad about you was DJ
Yeah.
Academics and your mom. Did you hear what DJ Academics had to say? Like you were trying to not take blame, even though you took personal responsibility for a lot of the decisions you made. But he basically took up for Adam
I
in
ain't see it.
November. How'd you feel about that? Oh, okay. So I just believe just because you probably wouldn't talk to him, so he's a little salty about that. So he's basically saying that he doesn't feel that Adam 22 exploited you or did anything wrong in that interview or anything like that, is what he was saying. Basically saying that you were just trying to shift blame from everything that you had going on to somebody else. And I
Mm-hmm.
was just like, that's definitely not the case. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
What you think
Everybody,
about that?
I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
that's
All
their
right,
opinion.
so
So, yeah.
enough about DJ Academics. Okay, real quick, because I know you don't have a lot of time, and I just want to come on here real quick and just really go over, your mom has responded to the interview that
Yeah,
people are going to
I
watch
seen.
tonight.
I mean, I didn't watch what she said or nothing like that, but I seen it.
She went from no subscribers, no followers to almost, I think, like
Twenty five hundred
2,500 right
thousand.
now. And she's been making videos,
Oh, 25.
2,500 followers. She went from 0 to
Oh, oh,
2,500, and
like two
she's making
thousand five hundred.
videos responding only
Oh,
to your, yeah, yeah. So she's gaining like a lot of momentum, and she's upset. Like she's going back to show your old house where you grew up. She put out the pictures confirming that the boys, your siblings, had stabbed her. A lot of stuff that you talked about in the interview, she's confirming, but she's basically confirming it from
yeah. I mean,
her
that's cool.
perspective.
Like, that's cool. It's she got a perspective, I got a perspective. But I ain't never lied nothing like that. But it's cool.
Yeah, she is claiming that she feels like you lied on her name.
I ain't never tell a lie. I just told it from my side of the story, like from my side. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's all
Okay,
cool. I
okay.
ain't tripping on it.
Have you spoken to her? Have you spoken to her since
Nah,
the
I
interview
invited
that
her
we
over
did?
my crib when I had my son, and then like that happened, but I, I ain't talking to her. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. I know we spent 3 hours together, and you like, listen, I'm all talked out. I ain't got nothing else to say. I put everything on the table. Let me ask you this: do you mind if I bring your mom in for an interview?
No,
She wants to
I'm
sit down. Do you mind? You sure? Okay. Because I mean, I'm not for putting mom against son or anything like that. And I get it. And you looked at the camera during the interview and you was like, "Listen, mom, I'm not trying to drag you and make you look bad,
Yeah,
but I gotta tell my
I ain't never
story."
lying.
And
I wasn't
so,
lying. Yeah, she when she started, because I knew she watched my
okay,
like she started watching my interviews and stuff like that. But it's like this. Like I ain't go on an interview expecting to bash her. You asked me how I grew up, so I told you how I grew up. And then,
yeah,
she I mean, obviously she got offended, but it's like anytime I go on any interview, it's like this. My job, like I don't have an intention to bash anyone. That's not my intention. My intention is telling people how I grew up, the mistakes I made, and how Jesus saved me from all of that. Cause like it was one point in time where I ain't like my mom. I mean, I love my mom, and I'm cool. Like I'm like able to sit down and have a conversation with her, but it was one point where I ain't like my mom. But I'm delivered from the feelings on how I used to feel about her, and my dad. I didn't used to like my dad. I had anger towards my parents,
right,
hatred towards my parents. But no, I
right,
don't feel that. I don't feel that way. And if an interviewer asks me, so hey, and I mean I can't do nothing but be honest. And it's not to bash my parents.
right,
It's just to say that's just how you as a parent and me being your child. That's how you made me feel. If I make my son feel some type of
right,
way, I can't be mad at my son for expressing how I made him feel. Obviously, I've done something on my part as his dad to make him feel some type of way. So I can't be mad. I can't be mad at him
right,
on how he feels. So like my mom, she don't have a right to be upset with me on how she made me feel, or even if I say like how she like my mom, she like I take it as abuse. Like I'm not against discipline, right? I'm not
mm-hmm,
against discipline, but there's a line that separates discipline and abuse. And me, I'm like, hey, I got abused, and it's things that I said to my mom in front of her face. I told her how I felt. I wouldn't do that now because I'm more respectful since God been
mm-hmm,
changing me. But with me and my mom, we stayed with my uncle. Man, I was so upset. Like I got in my mom's face and I told her how I felt. And that was something like I was scared to do as a child. But as I've been grown, like as I started growing into it, I was like 23 when that happened. Like I jumped in my mom's face and I was like, man, I just told her how I felt and how she made me feel. But anytime I knew she was probably seen it. That's why I was like, hey, this is not to bash you. I'm just, letting you know like what I felt. Oh, and that's what I was gonna say. Like the abuse that I went through, it ran into my adulthood. Like in my early 20s, like a couple years ago, I just started getting better at this. Like I didn't know how to express myself, right? Because anytime
okay,
that my mom, she was the type, you a child, stay in a child place. So if she say something, if I try to talk back, she's gonna punch me in my face and tell me to shut up, like don't say nothing. And that happened so many times. Like as I started getting older, growing into an adult, like I didn't know how to express myself because I wasn't allowed to as a child or a teenager. So it's like anytime I felt some type of way or I'd be in a disagreement with somebody, instead of just expressing how I feel, like I have a temper tantrum, I cry, I punch walls and stuff like that. Like how I was raised, it carried into my adulthood. And that stuff like I told my mom that in front of her face. It's like I even if we was to talk right now, face to face, I tell her how she made me feel. And I tell her the things that she did and I feel that was wrong as a parent. Like I never lied on my mom. Just explain how she made me feel and what she did. And as her being a parent, she might say, well, you did this, so I did this, you did this. You was in the streets, you was doing this, you were disobeying me. Cool. It's still a difference from abuse and discipline. And yeah, and yeah, if I
right.
was wrong, cool. But I ain't never tell no lie, nothing like that. But I responded on I responded on one of the posts. I seen it said Boom Gang lies about being from the hood or something like that. That's not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about being from no hood. That's not nothing to claim, man. That's not my testimony. My testimony is, hey, I was on drugs. I ran the streets. I made a lot. I made like you could check my background. I got a lot of stuff on my record. A lot of stupid stuff on my record. Like you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I was raised in an abusive home. And hey, like I dealt with anger, depression, suicidal thoughts, like drugs, and God delivered me from all that. Like it's my testimony. I don't care about being from no hood or nothing like that. My testimony is just being saved from depression, hatred, drugs. You know, making making bad decisions, and that's all I care to talk about is how God delivered me from that. Like, but I still love my mom, so it's all good. She could.
I'm happy to hear that, and I'm gonna bring her in. Like I said, I'm gonna bring her in. I want to ask you first, just to see how you felt about it, because at the end
Yeah,
of the day, y'all, you know, y'all still family.
my
You know what
mom.
I'm
She
saying?
called
Y'all
me.
still family, and so and I know everybody has their perspective, and there was a lot that people are gonna see tonight at 7:30. That is, I'm sure it's gonna make her even more like she. I don't know if you heard that saying, 38 hot. She was
Yeah,
30.
it's like
She's
this.
38 hot.
Man,
You
it's like
know.
one thing I know about my mom is like, man, I don't think she want to take ownership. You know, it's we all make mistakes. You know, she wasn't the perfect parent, and yes, she made sacrifices. Yes, she made
Right.
sacrifices and stuff. But you know, I'm like, I don't. The area that she's offended in, I don't feel like she had the right to be offended in that area. But at the same time, like she called me and she was like she wanted to get on the interview, but she don't wanted to bash me and say something like that. Or she asked me how I feel about her getting interviewed. I told her go ahead and interview because she had me. I don't want to interfere with what God is doing in her life. You know, just like she got a side of her story and I got a side. I got my side. She got her side. But I don't want to interfere with anything that God is doing in her
Right.
life. You know, she right now she you know that it might be bringing her some peace or some type of joy or something like that that she getting a little notoriety or something like that that she might be finally feeling heard or something like that. I don't know what she going through, you know, but I don't know. I'm not.
Well, I'm gonna take care of moms. We ain't gonna be on no fuck shit.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah.
take care of your mama
Nah,
because I
like
know at the end of the day, that's
yeah,
your
nah.
mama. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't got nothing bad to say about
yeah,
my mom. And I try not to
yeah,
disrespect her. You know, I try to be respectful, but still state the truth and my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's stuff that
yeah.
it's just like I couldn't do this as a child. Like she'll jump on me and beat on me, and I make that known. And then she hear this, she'll probably feel some type of way because I'm saying it, but it's the truth. You know, it's the truth. So
Right. Now, real quick, because I don't want to give away too much because you did talk about a lot between you and your mom when they go watch this interview at 7:30 on Online with Tasha K's YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. Do what's these allegations with Whoa Vicky? Did she really go live crying to much you beat her or
uh,
something like that, or abused her, or mentally abused
oh,
her? I ain't seen no live.
I seen. I mean, I ain't see, but I heard about that too. Man, I don't know, man. They both, my mom and Vic. I don't got nothing bad to say about Vic either. Shoot, I love her, but it's like no relationship is perfect, you know. So
Y'all not together? Y'all not together?
we ain't talked to each other and like we ain't talked since that happened. That was completely random. Like all this stuff was random, but like I yeah.
Okay. So basically. whatever allegations she's putting out there, you deny. You didn't put your hands on her. You didn't mentally or physically or emotionally abuse her. I can tell you right now. Listen, go ahead, answer that, and then
If
I'm
I
gonna tell
beat
you something. I'm gonna tell them
Vic
something
up,
about
she would
that.
have pictures posted right now of her getting beat up. But I mean, she might feel mentally
Okay.
abused. She might feel mentally abused. In our relationship, it's times where I felt mentally abused, stuff that I ain't like. But we both still growing in God, so
Mm-hmm.
it's like this. My worldly ways is not all the way gone. I'm going on next month would be 2 years saved, and 2 years saved. So it's still a lot of worldly ways that I'm still shedding. I'm not perfected in Christ. Nobody will ever be perfected in Christ. You know, there's things that I still handle things in a wrongly that I handle things that I shouldn't handle things as. You know, it's certain things that I can handle better,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes I may let anger get the best of me. You know, with anybody, not just a Vic, any friend or family or a random person. Like I could get better at handling a lot of things, but I'm still a baby in Christ, and you know I'm still growing. But nobody can't take away my walk or my faith. Like it's complete. I don't got nothing to prove to nobody. You know, God knows what's up, but it's like I'm still growing. So she may feel she may
Do,
still I mean she may
do,
feel mentally abused.
do you want to apologize if she felt like there was something that was done to her? Because I could tell you when I interviewed her, remember when I told you about it in the interview, she was shaking. Like she was, it was, are you still there? I think his internet or somebody trying to call. Hold on for a second. So y'all, we're gonna be going live in a minute, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. I'm live with Tasha K. I think he's gonna probably have to drop out, and we're gonna add him back in. Let me try to add him back in. Hold on for a second. Hold on, and let me take this damn filter off. Jesus Christ, I ain't never used no filter before. Okay, there we go. I'm like, shit. That was my first time using a filter. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. It was my first time using a filter. I'm gonna ask him this last question, and then I'm gonna let him go. Okay? So hold on, real quick. Hold on. I know somebody somebody tried to call you while you were on live. That's why I had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because they be tripping. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get him back on. If I can't get him back on, you just gonna have to wait. I probably can't get him back on, only because for some reason his name is not coming up, and I hope that Instagram ain't cut his damn live. You know how they be now. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. Don't y'all go nowhere. Hold on for a second. Don't y'all damn go nowhere, because I got something else to tell y'all. Hold on, I got something else to tell y'all. Hold on. Nope, it's not coming back up. So I don't know what's going on. All right, so, but I am going to do a follow-up interview with him after we're done, possibly talking to the mom. So we're still trying to arrange that, okay? This is a very therapeutic interview. There ain't going to be no mess or nothing like that, but she is inclined to speak her side on the allegations that y'all are going to hear that are very graphic in this interview that y'all are about to watch on YouTube, okay? To my TashaKLive.com members, y'all have already seen the whole thing. But on YouTube, we're going to split it up into, okay, I see him. He said, add me back. Okay, I see him. Hold on for a second. Let me add. Okay, got him. All right, he
I
back.
should have
He
my
back.
phone on Do Not
Hey,
Disturb. They called me.
no, I did that too. I'm telling you, they want to start calling when you live. But real quick, so do you feel like you
Who
need
that?
to apologize to
Vic?
her
Oh,
publicly, or yeah, Vicky. No,
nah,
Vicky.
man. For what? I didn't even know this was. I ain't even.
Okay.
This is like I said. This is all completely random. Every relationship issue that we had, man, Tasha, bro, I got us a counselor. Man, this is what we do all this in counseling for. I'm not going public for what? I'm not putting
Right.
Random folks in my business for what? People don't care about that. It's just entertainment to
Right.
other
Okay.
people. They got problems they going through themselves. Probably worse. This is what I got a counselor for. This is what I got us a counselor for. No, going for what? No. I I I had apologized to her about everything that I've done wrong, everything that she felt offended about. I already had apologized to her. I didn't even know this was going. I didn't even know there was any pressure or nothing. This was all random. This was all random. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm not put.
Okay.
Look, when
Look,
this is stuff that I
I
used to
don't
do
like it
when I was her age. So I give her grace because she still when I was her age, I was all out on the internet and putting my business out there and stuff like that. See, but I learned from all that. Man, niggas don't care. This is entertainment to them. People don't really care, and they can't do nothing anyway. What they gonna do? Nothing.
I could tell you right now, he on no fucks given. So I'm gonna tell you that right now. Listen. But when I did do my interview with Will Vicky, it was hard for me to even talk to her. She was terrified. She kept crying. I didn't really get to ask no questions. She just kept talking about this guy she was dating that, really showed her God and how to be under God. Didn't know that
Yeah.
the guy was you at the time.
Nah,
It took
I
us
ain't
2 hours to do a
cap.
30-minute interview because she
I
kept
told Vic that you said that, man. She was hot at me. She was hot. She was hot. She was hot. She was hot.
why?
She said that's cap.
Why?
She said that's cap. Uh,
I got the
I
footage.
don't know.
Is she
I
serious?
don't know. She was mad at
What?
me.
Her manager, she was in the car
Uh,
crying. I was like, why is she crying? I couldn't get it. She was shaking. She kept looking
uh,
back as if
uh,
somebody was after her. But then she kept
uh,
talking about you in circles. Yo, I got the
yeah,
footage. I didn't even want to put it out.
I
But her management team
I
told
ain't
me to
in
put
it.
it
I
out.
ain't in it. I'm just saying. When I told Vic that, she ain't like. Well, she was mad at me. Well, she was like,
Oh, no, that child did. See, that's why I gotta
she
stop
was.
fucking with children. For
Nah, she
real.
cool,
Oh
man.
my,
Vic cool, man. She cool. She was, yeah. She was mad at me
I
though.
know she's
I'm
cool,
like,
but for her to say that girl been on the
I'm
internet
like,
long
dang.
enough to
When I
know.
said
Come
that, I'm
on now,
like,
don't do
dang.
that.
What you mad at me for? She was hot, but she ain't like that.
What? She
No, it
didn't
wasn't
want you
that.
doing an
When I
interview
told her
with me?
that, she
What?
said
What?
how she would break it down, and she just want herself. She was like, she ain't like that. I'm like, dang. I ain't say I believe her. I'm just.
Even her management team was like, I
Oh,
know she was not big tonight. Something's going on with her. We can't leave her side. Her
yeah.
anxiety is on 10. Just please try to salvage what you can of this interview and put it
Yeah,
together. We did
I
just that.
don't know. I ain't in it. I
Oh
just
my God. I got the footage of her
when you
front.
bring
And
that
I'm like,
up
I'm
though, I just had to be like, man, Vic say she ain't do all that, man. She got mad at me when I brought that up. But that's all. I ain't in it. I ain't in it no more.
telling. Okay, cool. But listen.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to your mama. Hopefully, we'll have you back here soon to do part 2 and follow up because I'm sure you're going to want to, respond to some of the stuff that your mom is going to
Man,
say. And then we
this
can just
stuff
end
not
it
even
at that.
important to
Y'all
me,
got to
man.
take
This not not. It's a whole bunch of gossip and drama. Huh?
But that's your mama. It's your mom, though.
Nah,
You know
it's
what I'm saying?
yeah.
It has
I
to be
mean,
important.
if she needs some peace behind it, then yeah, I talk to her. But man, all this drama and gossip, man, I ain't with all this stuff, man. Well, all this
Well, it's not
drama.
gossip because she's only responding to your interview. So she hasn't, I don't know about the gossip. She's just basically just trying to clear her name about some of the things that you said
Yeah,
in the
but
interview that they're going to watch here. So it's not gossip. Everything that we talked about only came from your mouth or her mouth.
all right.
That's
Well,
it.
I'm all this back and forth and stuff. I'm just not interested in it. It's like I got one thing on my mind, and that's growing
Okay.
in God, shedding my old skin, growing new skin. All this internet stuff, man. People don't even see me on the. I don't show my face on the internet like that. I just post because
I know.
this ain't paying me. This ain't paying none of my bills, man. I done been famous for since 2017, and I done learned my lesson on all this stuff. So it's like that's why this ain't paying me. It ain't paying none of my bills. This ain't helping me grow in God. all this is just a whole bunch. It's just a distraction. It's Satan trying to cause distraction and chaos in my life, and I ain't got time for it. Like the first time I seen this, I ain't gonna say like I I have peace and joy now because my walk with God. Man, I prayed very hard, very long to give this situation to my father, to give the situation to him and to get peace from him. So that's why I feel happy. I feel joy. I got peace and not no fake peace. And when you following God for real, He's able to give you peace in the midst of chaos. But honestly, I'm not interested in all this back and forth, this and that. I came on your interview. You said how you grew up. I said how I grew up, and then I said how my mom made me feel at times. How at one point in time, at 15 years old, I thought I had to kill my mom. You know, I was abused growing up. Man, I ain't. How is that line or how is that bashing? It's the truth.
I get it. I don't want you listen, but I don't want you rehashing that because there was a lot of stuff that you had talked about in that, and I don't want you going because that was a lot that you had to bring up. So, and I don't want you having
it's
to
all
rehash
good.
that again. So we'll just
it's all good.
there. I mean, and he paid his bills because he got a job. He worked, so that's how he paid his bills.
Pay my bills.
Okay, so and you, they was just like, well, how you pay your bills if you don't make money on the internet?
Man,
I'm like,
that's what I do. I grind. But yeah, the internet stuff don't pay me, man.
Listen, and I'm telling you, it took me pulling strings to get him to do this because he don't do this type of shit. So
I sure ain't want to hop on it. I sure ain't want to hop on it live, but it's all good.
I know you did. I was like, come on, you gotta hop on the live. These the viewers, they love you, they support you, they buying the music. The music is definitely high. I just saw you just dropped a new track. You're doing a music video. You want to talk about that real quick before we hop on?
That's doing pretty good. I'm about to drop another track in probably like a week or so. Yeah, probably like a week. Yeah, man, it's like I got one thing. I got one thing to do. I only have one thing to do, and that's to tell people how I changed my life, how I was bad, and how I turned to walking upright. You know, went from sinner to saint. You know, not saying like I'm a perfect. I still got a lot of flaws that God is changing within me, but I'm a lot better than what I used to be. You know what I'm saying? So I got one thing that's just to tell people how God changed me from this to that. I ain't trying to bash nobody, start no drama, this and that. Man, I ain't into all that, man. I got a son to take care of and to be in his life, and take care of the household.
And the viewers said they need
a gospel
album from you. Yeah, the viewers said that. They said we need a whole gospel album.
I'm still trying to find myself in this lane right here. So I'm still like I'm gonna just drop singles for right now. Still trying to like even this music stuff. I have stopped making music just so I could focus on God because that's what's most important. That's why I deleted all my social media at one point because all this stuff it don't mean nothing to me, man. It's just me knowing who God is and me just sharing my life, sharing my testimony. That's it. All this but the music, I'm still trying to find myself, and so it's all gonna come together. Okay. It ain't no rush. I ain't rushing it. It'll come together.
Well, listen, I do appreciate your time. Thank you for taking time to do this. Like I said, I had to pull his strings to get him on. I was like, come on, please just do this. I know you spent 3 hours with me. You're like, I don't want to talk to that lady no more. I'm done. Okay? So I do appreciate this. Y'all go ahead, follow him, listen to his music, download his music. You can find his music on iTunes, everywhere. Please enjoy this interview that we're about to premiere here in 30 minutes on Unwind with Tasha K on YouTube. And again, anything you want to say before we sign off, HolyGabbana?
Appreciate you. Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Y'all wait right here. Hold on. Okay. Y'all don't know. Y'all, let me tell you something. Do you know what I have to go through to get these people on the fucking internet? Do you know? He don't do the internet. He did 5 years. He is not happy with the results that he got. He is not happy with the lifestyle that it brought. He's not happy with a lot of decisions that he made, that he's made. Now his mama has a lot to say about what he said. His girlfriend got a lot to say. He didn't want to get on here and do it, but I told him he's going to need to do it. You got to address this. Like, you put a lot out in this interview that people are going to watch, and they're going to have a lot to say about it. So I get it. He is real life, and I think it still does bring up a lot of anxiety and trauma for him. And that's the reason, too, why he don't like, because I'm telling you, he was like, I don't go live, Tasha. I do not go live. I was like, well, you're going to have to go live for this. You're going to have to go live for this, okay? Now, real quick, while y'all are about to head over to YouTube to watch part 1, which is phenomenal, okay? We got part 1, all the childhood, all the abuse, the drug use, the rise to fame. And then the second part is him transitioning his life and what did it, okay? Like I said, if you was on TashaKLive.com, you've seen the whole 3-hour interview. If you want to watch the whole 3 hours, you can go over to TashaKLive.com and freely subscribe. And then you got a whole host of other interviews that you can watch, like the gunplay interview that we just dropped today, okay, on TashaKLive.com. You guys have to go to the website and subscribe. Then download the app on whatever site that you want, okay? You have to go to the website. Gunplay talked about him doing voodoo, okay? We were the first people to give him a platform to discuss him doing voodoo because nobody else wanted him to talk about it. When he was on Drink Champs and trying to talk about doing voodoo, they changed the whole damn story. They didn't want to hear him. They didn't want to hear about him cutting chickens and goats and shit. They didn't want to hear about him robbing niggas. All they wanted to do was talk about his drug use. We did talk a lot about his drug use, his new baby, his wife being a federal agent. I mean, this shit is just insane, what you guys are about to hear from Gunplay that's exclusively available on TashaKLive.com, okay? So you guys got 3 parts of wine tonight, all right? And I will be back Friday, okay? I got to go get ready, get my nails done, get this damn hair done, you know what I'm saying? Get a facial, all this stuff, because I just got back in the country last night at midnight. They had me held me hostage in Turkey, okay? I went to Africa, then I went to Turkey, then I came here, and I'm tired, so I'm winding down. But I'm going to be in the chat watching this HolyGabbana, a.k.a. Boot Gang interview with y'all. Like I said, it's very triggering. Have your children in the room. Have you some wine, because it's a lot. And it's actually pretty therapeutic for him to be that deep, okay, and to be able to express a lot of stuff like that, because young folk can't express the stuff that he expressed, okay? And so, and even like I said, this live was hard for him. And I put that money on the live, 1, because I'm trying to attract money, okay? It's the beginning of the year. And 2, I was trying to keep him distracted. So, because he's very kind of ADHD a little bit. But, all right. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. See you on YouTube. Like I said, the live chat is up. Go on over there, like the video, share the video, subscribe. And then you guys can head to TashaKLive.com for $12, okay? And watch all the interviews that we've dropped in full and the new ones, okay? That probably won't be available on our YouTube channel. We only have a select few, so there's so much content over there that we haven't even made available on Unwind with Tasha K on YouTube, okay? I love you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow, because I am probably going to go live on Bigo Live. So you guys need to download my Bigo. It's in the bio. Bigo is hard to find me right now because I'm still a new creator. Go to my page bio, download Bigo. I will have the alerts on to let y'all know when I'm going live, okay? And y'all can get that there. Y'all need to follow me everywhere. Everywhere I'm at, y'all need to be there, okay? Yes, TashaKLive.com. Any questions real quick before we go? Any questions? Any questions? Tasha said, please don't have no damn questions. She want her mama. Please, listen good, since we need that quality interview. Okay. Hold on for a second. Let me see if y'all got any questions before we go. I found you, but I don't watch. Silly. I have something for you, Tasha. Please inbox me. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Hey, Jason. Sorry I missed your call. I was on live. Love you, brother. Where is the Bills interview? The Kill Bill interview, Sugiyana X, is on TashaKLive.com. It is messy. It's messy. So you want Kill Bill, Gunplay. Man, it's just so much. I can't even name all the interviews that's on TashaKLive.com. Y'all need to be our ass on over there, okay? So where are you going after IG? We're going to YouTube. We are headed to YouTube right now. Headed to YouTube. The live chat is up. Unwind with Tasha K. From Boot Gang to HolyGabbana, part 1. We're ready. I'll see y'all in the chat. I'm out. I'm hungry. My child, I'm probably not. I don't know when I'm gonna put that Kill Bill interview out. Okay, Sugiyana mad. She real mad. So I'm gonna figure out how we're gonna put it out. How we're gonna do it. Okay. So, but I'll let y'all know if it does come to YouTube. But we don't know. All right.